Hello, everyone. Today, I want to speak to the fighters, the ones who've been knocked down, broken, and betrayed. To those of you sitting here, knowing what it feels like to be hurt, deliberately knowing someone saw your pain and kept pushing you deeper into it. I see you. I feel you. And I want to tell you your story isn't over. We live in a world where people will intentionally hurt you. Some will test your limits not out of ignorance, but out of intention. They'll see you struggling, and instead of extending a hand, they'll add weight to your shoulders. They'll laugh at your tears and thrive off your pain. Why? Because hurt people hurt people. But here's the truth. You have a choice. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. Let me tell you something about pain. Pain is inevitable. Pain will come to you no matter who you are or where you go. But growth is optional. Growth is a decision you make when you decide that their actions, their words, their malice, none of it will define who you are. I know it's hard. It feels personal when someone looks you in the eye, sees your vulnerability, and decides to take advantage of it. I know what it's like to be misunderstood, undervalued, and underestimated. I've been there. I've felt the sting of betrayal, the ache of disappointment. I've seen people I trusted turn their backs on me. But do you know what I've learned through it all? It's not about what they do to you. It's about what you do in response. You see, when they hurt you, when they laughed at you, when they tried to bury you, what they didn't know is that you're a seed. They thought they were burying you, but they were planting you. And a seed doesn't grow in the sunlight, it grows in the dark. A seed doesn't sprout in comfort, it sprouts under pressure. And so, my friends, you've got to take the pain, the betrayal, the rejection, and turn it into fuel for your growth. I'm reminded of a story from my own life. Early in my career, there were doubters. People who didn't believe in me. People who told me I'd never make it. That I didn't have what it takes. I remember auditioning for roles only to be told no again and again. And let me tell you, those rejections hurt. They hurt deeply. But each no pushed me to work harder. Each closed door made me determined to find another way. That's what you have to do. When life tells you no, when people tell you you're not enough, you've got to dig deep. You've got to look within yourself and find that fire, that purpose, that reason to keep going. Because here's the thing, the world doesn't define you. Other people don't define you. You define you. There's a quote I love, fall down 7 times, get up 8. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you rise. And when they knock you down, then you get back up. Not for them, but for you. Let me ask you something. Who are you fighting for? Who are you living for? Because if you're living to please other people, if you're living for their approval, then their actions will control you. But if you're living for something greater, your purpose, your dreams, your family, your future, then no amount of hurt can stop you. There's a scripture that says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. It doesn't say the weapon won't form. It doesn't say people won't try to hurt you. It says it won't prosper. That means no matter what they throw your way, it won't break you if you don't let it. So when they hurt you, when they lie to you, cheat you, or try to break your spirit, you've got to stand tall. You've got to say, I will not be defined by your actions. I will not be diminished by your hate. I am bigger than your smallness. Think about the greats. Think about Martin Luther King Jr., who faced hatred and violence but never let it stop him from fighting for justice. Think about Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison but came out stronger, more determined to unite his country. Think about Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat on that bus because she knew her worth. These people were hurt. They were attacked, criticized, and ridiculed. But they kept going. Why? Because they knew their purpose was bigger than the pain. They knew their mission was greater than the opposition. And so they persevered. You have that same greatness within you. You have that same fire, that same strength. But it's up to you to tap into it. It's up to you to decide that no matter what comes your way, you will rise above it. Let me tell you something else about pain. Pain is temporary. It doesn't last forever. But the strength you gain from overcoming it, that lasts a lifetime. When you face adversity, when you endure hardship, you become stronger. You become wiser. You become more resilient. So don't run from the pain. Don't let it consume you, but don't shy away from it either. Face it head on. Use it as a stepping stone to your greatness. I want to leave you with this: forgive them. I know that's the hard part. It's easy to hold on to anger, to let resentment fester. But forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. When you forgive, you free yourself from the chains of bitterness. You free yourself to move forward, to focus on your dreams, to live your life fully. And when you forgive, you take back your power. You show them that no matter how much they tried to hurt you, they couldn't break you. Remember this, your value doesn't come from their opinion of you. Your worth doesn't come from how they treated you. Your greatness doesn't come from their approval. Your value, your worth, your greatness, it comes from within. So stand tall. Walk with your head held high. Know that you are more than your pain, more than your scars, more than the hurt they caused you. You are a warrior. You are a survivor. And you are unstoppable. They may have hurt you, but they didn't define you. They may have tried to break you, but they didn't destroy you. But you are still here. You are still standing. And you are stronger than ever. Thank you and God bless.